Hello, it's Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener. It's time to talk about 12 tips for creating a great backyard for entertaining. I know it's a little bit longer video, 12 minutes, but these 12 tips are going to make your place the most popular place in the neighborhood for those parties. Number one, space for seating. This is such an important aspect of an entertaining yard. Do you have enough space for all the seats for the kind of parties you want to throw? Sometimes it's 4 seats, sometimes it's 6 seats. Sometimes you want to have some flexible seats, things that are just regular furniture that are really beautiful outdoor furniture. So definitely check out the links. We got some fun furniture ideas. Next one up is shade. When I started the landscape design business, day one, introduction to landscape design, my professor had the whole class grab their chairs, go outside to the area outside the classroom building and said, go put the chairs someplace where you would want to have a nice social gathering. Almost everybody went out to the trees because we like to have some shade for 2 reasons. One, it's comfortable. Here in Southern California, you really need to have some shade, either a shade structure or shade from the house. But also, it creates this wonderful outdoor room feel. And it can be really different stylistically. For example, there's some nice modern synthetic ones. That one had some nice tile tops for a Spanish feel, but it creates this wonderful outdoor setting and an outdoor room. While we're on the subject, a nice outdoor kitchen is a wonderful gathering point for a social area. Just like your kitchen is the inside social center of your house, whenever you're throwing parties, people want to gather around the kitchen counter because that's just the natural human thing. Doing one outside is the same way. And some of these are really big and sophisticated, like this beautiful U-shaped one that creates a nice big outdoor room. So you have the kitchen, you have the dining room table, you have the seating area with the fire focal point, and I'm going to talk about fire focal points in just a minute. But outdoor kitchens can be all different shapes and sizes. Definitely check out the links in that video for 25 different outdoor kitchen styles to kind of give you some inspirations on different shapes and materials and finishes. Which also leads into the next one, an outdoor bar. So if you're building a kitchen, there's a couple different ways you can include a bar. Now, a bar is going to have some kind of refrigerator built into the counter. This kind of split level one's kind of a nice look as well because you can do all kinds of fun bar stools if you do a split level one. A regular counter on an outdoor kitchen is going to be 36 inches. That split level is about 6 inches higher, which is perfect for most bar stools. Doesn't have to be. For example, of this one, they decided to downplay the bar aspect and create a really, really big counter to make it easier to serve people. So sometimes you can actually buy these ready-made kits. This one's from Bull Barbecue. It has the kitchen, has the counter, has the refrigerator, even has a wine cooler for drinking wine because, like I said, Southern California, they like to drink the wine. Lots of fun things, and it also has the TV. Yeah, there's another one. Really fun, especially if you were, say, a football fan, baseball fan, sit out there drinking with your buddies, watching the game while you're outside. Oh, it's great. Check out the links for some of these outdoor TVs as well. These are rated to be outside. They're much more water resistant. I still recommend that you put that TV in some kind of enclosed case and make sure that case is under some kind of shade structure to give it a little double protection. But lots of different choices. And again, TV with lots of seating. Makes for a comfortable area. One more thing I want to point out that made this a little wonderful entertaining area. Notice that we did the rug. Did a little rug, did some cushions, did some candles, all kinds of wonderful little touches. And right next to it is the big lawn area. Why a big lawn area? Well, if you're having a lot of people over, it's kind of fun to have some lawn games. So again, one of these wonderful ways to make entertaining great. But I love these little TVs, big TVs They just make for such fun occasions, and then now it's so much easier to install them into these structures and make it part of your outdoor entertaining. Well, what if you don't want to watch TV or the game's over? Well, figure out some fun activities. One of the more common ones are these backyard putting greens. Now, this particular backyard, we have a bunch of these elements you've seen in this video so far. We have the shade structure, really nice one. It's actually a louvered shade structure. It opens and closes. And then it has the big lawn for the lawn games and even has a basketball hoop. But the putting green is kind of one of the more common ones. Check out last week's video on putting greens. Lots of different kinds. I always recommend when you're doing a putting green, put a little rough in it. Make it a little bit tougher for those guys who think they can really golf. Give them some extra challenges. Another way to really make a party backyard happen is have some hot tub. Have a hot tub, really kind of cool thing. Now, what if your backyard is really inaccessible? Well, no problem. You can crane the hot tub over your house. This particular hot tub, it was a swim spa, weighs 1,600 pounds, is 45 inches wide, so it just doesn't fit through gates. And so it just became a little more practical matter to just crane the thing in. Really popular. This house has a little girl in it, and their friends come over and they play in the little hot tub. And then the rest of the time, it's a really therapeutic, fun place to swim for the kids. Okay, getting back to that fire focal point. These are these wonderful fire pits. You have lots of different options, as you saw in last week's video on fire pits. Those are the kind that are built into the landscape itself. They're natural gas. Those kind of fire pits are going to generate a little more heat. But the purpose of a fire pit or a fireplace is, for thousands of years, man has gathered around a fireplace to kind of sit, talk, drink, and socialize. It's just human nature. This one actually has the barbecue built into it. It's all tapped in the same gas line. You can also get the furniture fire pit table set. And so this comes with a set. It just runs on a propane tank, gives you all kinds of flexibility as to where to put the fire pit. This particular backyard, we have that fire pit table and the hot tub with a lovely Trex deck built around the hot tub. Really kind of neat. Now, the flip side of a fire focal point is a water focal point. Just a simple water fountain creates that wonderful sound that also gives you a visual center to the entire area. It just creates a great ambiance for having that entertaining backyard going. Now, one thing I always stress to my clients, especially younger clients that have small kids, is if you want to have a backyard that's great for entertaining, then have a play area for the kids that's close to the adult area, but its own distinct area. And the most typical way I like to do that is just give them a big lawn, either a real grass lawn like you see it in that first one, or this one is an artificial turf lawn. Because of the curvy nature of this backyard, it's just easier with artificial turf. But in either case, it creates this wonderful space for the kids to play in while the adults are hanging out over by the bar watching the football game. And this is the same thing. We did a nice big lawn area for the little kids to play in when they're going in and out of the hot tub. Oh, and there's Rocket. Rocket's one of my favorite dogs I've ever designed a yard for. We'll do a video on yards for dogs, especially Rocket, who is just so much fun. But again, back to this one. You have the putting green, you have the shade structure to make the adults comfortable, and then you have the big lawn for the slip and slide. Slip and slides, by the way, are about 40 feet long, so you want to factor that into your laying out of the backyard. We actually added this retaining wall to create more flat space in the backyard for that play area. And then, of course, is the basketball hoops. Now, again, with adult play areas and kid play areas, try to separate them, but keep them adjacent to each other so you can kind of keep an eye on the kids if they're in the pool or playing on the play structure, those kind of things. Another thing that's kind of important for creating a wonderful backyard for entertaining is use some interesting materials. Those are pavers. This one is travertine tile. You can also do a colored concrete like you saw in the first slide. This one is a really beautiful brick pattern the client picked out, kind of give it a back east feel. So again, you have the fire pit table, the hot tub, the adjacent kid area. So you have a really wonderful backyard for entertaining. This one also has one more feature that isn't typical in most backyards in Southern California, but we definitely took advantage of. It has a great view. So we leveled it, built a retaining wall, and then added this wonderful cable railing to make it easy to see the great view. Now, one more thing I'm going to get to, and this is my last of my 12 tips. Notice we have some cafe lights over this. Oh yeah, once you're done with all these cool materials, you gotta light the party in lots of different ways. Now this one, we use the shade structure to mount some downlights to light the outdoor kitchen, but we also use it to rig the cafe lights. And cafe lights are just great because they create this, wonderful ambiance for very little money and very little power. You can also, just install lights in walls, all kinds of great things. Definitely check out that video on landscape lighting ideas, because it's not a party if you can't see stuff. And so lots of cool ways. Again, and there's the wonderful lights. We just mounted them on posts and kind of buried the posts in the concrete. Made it really easy to ring the entire area with lighting. So there are my 12 tips for creating a great backyard for entertaining. All these tips are indexed. There's links for a lot of these products in the comment section below and right below in your YouTube tab. That's all for now. Don't forget to hit that like, hype, and subscribe. Leave a comment on things that you like to have in a backyard that's great for entertaining. Well, good luck with your landscape project. And this is Doug, the 2-Minute Gardener, saying thanks for watching.